Dead Confederate from Athens, Georgia. If you guys could just start, introduce yourselves and say what you play in the band.
My name is John. I play keys in the band.
I'm Brantley. I play bass.
I'm Walker. I play guitar.
Alright. Could you guys just tell me maybe a little bit about your story, how it is that you got started, and how you find yourselves now in beautiful Denver, Colorado?
Wow. I don't know. We've been playing, grew up in the same town. Most of us went to the same high school, played in different bands, playing a lot for years and years. And anyways, last few years, been doing a lot better than we did before, so it's pretty cool being different.
Yeah, this sums it up.
I don't know, it's pretty...
We all grew up in Augusta together, so we've known each other for a long time. I've known Hardy since we were little kids, and John more recently, but he's been with us for 5 years. Right out of like my freshman year of college, I think it was like '98 we started playing together. So it's pretty much the whole band minus John.
Yeah.
And I've been playing ever since.
That's great. Now I actually do know a little bit about where you're from, and I know it's a pretty cultural place. You got a lot of great music history there, but at the same time it's also Georgia. You got like Atlanta, the hip hop scene. How is that, how is location played into how you guys do music?
Athens is a burgeoning scene because you have everything's cheap, and you already have such an established amount of music businesses and other artists that live there. It's kind of a very tight network. So it's not really so much that people are from Athens, but they all moved there, and it just kind of over time has gathered more and more bands, and the more bands that are successful, it seems like more bands that move there. And I think if you live in Georgia, most bands that live in Georgia will move to Athens. Some stay in Atlanta if they can afford it or if they're from there. But I think, culturally there's a lot of different kinds of music that comes out of there. And everybody works together. We've done shows with hip-hop groups, we've done shows with metal bands, maybe not country, but there's not really that many country bands really. And they all kind of work together. It's not really a cliquish situation at all. There's no cliques. It's just kind of everybody knows everybody. It's a small town.
There's no really kind of competitive nature to any kind of musicianship. So
there's some competitive nature, but it's not nearly as blatant.
Everybody kind of helps each other, and it's like, you do that, just respect for each other.
All right. Yeah. All right. Now that that's done with, we'll get to the audio recording, and it'll just be this. Sound like you're swearing a whole bunch or something like that. Yeah. Let's see. I guess for people who've never heard you before, how would you describe your own sound?
Electric.
It's diverse, and we continue to surprise ourselves every day. If you're going to hear the first record, I think it's long, epic songs with deep personal lyrics with a southern hint, because we're obviously southern, and it has aesthetics that come from everything from grunge era, like the early '90s, to things like Neil Young, and it's all over the place. Just a hodgepodge of stuff really influenced by. We didn't really pick a genre and go, this is what we're gonna do. We just write and make music and play off our own influences. It's kind of all inclusive. But the next record is gonna be something totally different. So it's hard to pinpoint it on one thing. It's gonna change.
Yeah, I like to say like to look at it as like honest emotion towards whatever songwriters, whoever it may be, Brantley or Hardy, whoever. It's just honest emotion towards that, the way we're feeling it.
Yeah. So you sort of talked about this a little bit, but one of the questions I always love asking bands, and this is the sweating bullets question, so get ready for it, is what have been the big influences in your lives, and that, of course, then leading into the music that you make, but specifically not musical influences. You can't say, I listen to whoever and that's why I like playing guitar this way. What have been the influences for you guys?
I know lyrically, there there is some political influence on some of the songs on the first record. There's 2 of the songs were anti-Bush songs. They kind of came across during the advent of the war and all that. So what's going on in politics always played a part in some of the lyrics. We have one song that's kind of a abstract lyrical piece based on a Pollock painting, Jackson Pollock, and that played a big role in at least one of the songs. That's the main source of the inspiration. It was a painting called She-Wolf that he had done. It kind of inspired me during a breakup. For some reason it reminded me of it. I kind of took it out of context to describe his painting in the context of a breakup. So there's all kinds of things I think we take from, especially lyrically, that end up in songs that aren't necessarily just heartbreak songs or those kind of things. Although there's plenty of that. I mean, everybody, that's what you tend to lean towards when you write. I think we've had pretty open outside influences. Pretty aware of what's going on in the world most of the time.
All right, well, that's all the time I have. So I just want to say thanks, you guys.
Thanks.
And yeah, I look forward to seeing you guys play.
Cool.